Wait, no, you don't look. You don't go look ahead. I have to show you which box. What day is it?
It is
And
6.
that one.
Okay, so we gotta open this one. And that one. What's that? A centipede and a remote control. Oh, we forgot this one yesterday.
An eyeball?
An eyeball? It's an eyeball. A silly guy? It's a silly finger tap. Wow. It's a little lizard.
Ooh, bonus.
A lizard and a centipede. An eyeball. Oh, sweet. And this fidget toy. It's a remote control. That's what we're calling it. And a silly guy.
He likes the remote control.
Hi, welcome to Tuesday. It's 5:30. I haven't vlogged yet today. I saw a couple comments yesterday and the day before like, Colleen seems to be doing so well in her pregnancy. She has so much energy. Thank you. That is not true. When I don't feel good, I don't want to film. And so I don't know, I just feel like it'd be annoying to film those moments. So if you guys want to see those moments, I can film them for you. But it's basically just me laying and moaning and like shaking. But yeah, I will say this. Third trimester for me, there's not a ghost in my bathroom. By the way, I have an automatic light. People think there's a ghost in my bathroom. Third trimester for me is hard, but easier than second trimester for some reason. At least that's how it was with Flynn. And so far with this third trimester, like the first couple of weeks of the third trimester for me, I'm like, I feel better than I did last trimester. But what gets me the hardest is like depression and pelvic pain and congestion. Oh my God, congestion. And getting faint and cholestasis. There's a few things. But anyway, it's still like, I feel like better. Second trimester for some reason is really hard for me. And usually second trimester is easy or easier for women or people who get pregnant. But I am overall, I feel like doing better in the third trimester than I've been doing in this whole pregnancy. But the last few days I felt very weak and very like super shaky all day, every day. If I tried to exert any energy doing anything, like I was just trying to clean out the guest room because we're turning it into a baby room. And I was trying to do that with Kory's help. Kory was doing kind of everything. Anytime I picked something up to move it somewhere, I would have to like sit down and the babies would start kicking me and like I was just so uncomfortable and I felt so weak. I felt like I was gonna fall. Yeah, I'm glad I'm seeming like better to you guys. And Eric's even said that a couple times, like, you seem okay today. Either I'm getting good at faking it or like I'm having good spurts. I'm not quite sure which one it is. I also have pretty miserable spurts. I almost said squirts, which is not the word I wanted to use. Anyway, I need to show you guys the Christmas tree because I started a Christmas tree yesterday. You guys, it grew. So I need to show you that. We're gonna make a roast chicken for dinner. So just writing down the recipe. And by we, I mean, I wrote down the recipe and I'm probably gonna have Eric do all of it because I can't do anything. And that's that. That's my update for you right now. I really need a shower and I need to edit a video before I go to bed tonight. And I have to like keep tidying up and cleaning before the shoot tomorrow. So yeah, not very interesting. I'm sorry guys, not very interesting at all. But anyway, I'll show you the guest room. Let me give you a tour. So this is my office, obviously. You walk out of my office, you see Miranda. This rocking chair is probably gonna end up in my room or the baby's room, I don't know. This is my amazing Miranda puppet. This is one of my best friends, John. He left his headshots here because he lived here for a while. This has been like a reading nook. So, you know, a bunch of little books over here. We read books to Flynn in this rocking chair. That's my office, and this room is gonna be the nursery. So right now, it's like a guest room where we just kind of have thrown random junk. This closet was packed to the brim of just stuff we have accumulated over the last 4 years. So it was just not fun to go through. And then over here, we have basically all the baby clothes that I have so far, baby products. So I need to go through all this tonight, hang up the baby clothes and organize everything in the drawers and stuff. That sounds really fun, doesn't it? We were gonna put the babies in Flynn's room and move Flynn to this room. So we were gonna, see this is Flynn's room right here, and that's my room right over there. And so we were gonna switch them so that they were closer to us. However, we feel like Flynn's gonna be going through a lot of changes because it's overwhelming and a lot to have 2 new siblings come into his life. He's been an only child for 2 years, almost 3. There's gonna be a lot of changes. Mommy and daddy are gonna have to split their time with him and the new babies. I think it's gonna be a hard transition for everybody. I don't wanna change a whole other big aspect of his life at the same time as like the baby's coming. Like that room is his safe space. It's where he sleeps. It's where he has his calm. And so the thought of like uprooting his bedroom and moving it to a new bedroom and giving his room to the babies, I was like, maybe we just let him stay in his room and then give the babies the farther away room. But for the first months, the babies sleep in my room anyway, so they won't even see that nursery for a long time. Anyway, I'm out of breath. I need to go downstairs. Goodbye. Here's the Christmas tree, guys. Look how beautiful. Isn't it beautiful, Flynn?
Yeah.
I can't believe how much it grew. This is so cool. I don't really understand what it is, but like, I'm for it.
Dad,
over here, Flynn?
Daddy, open this pumpkin. And then I'm gonna scoop it up.
You are?
And I'm gonna
What do you got? What's that?
This is a pumpkin scooper.
Let's see what we got here.
See what I got here.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. You doing it, Daddy?
Oh! It's full of stuff that needs to be scoopered. You got a scoop in there, bud.
Look, there's a little spider. Look.
Great. There is. Yeah, don't touch. I mean, we don't touch spiders, remember?
Look at it.
What was it doing? It was in the pumpkin?
Yeah, it was in the pumpkin.
That's crazy. Gotta scoop that out. Good luck.
How did we scoop it out?
You scoop it with your scooper, or you scoop it with your hands. You can get in there and grab it with your hands. Scoop! Stomp. Ready?
Wow.
That's a thick pumpkin.
Yeah, she's thick.
Good job, dude.
You don't want to touch any of it?
No.
Oh my god, you already dressed it? If you guys watched me last Halloween, we did a little Halloween mannequin, and Eric is all about doing it again.
Come on, help me.
Flynn, did you help? This is so cool.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be our cool little pumpkin man?
Yeah.
We forgot.
Huh?
We need the pumpkin head.
Get at the bed.
Holy Spirit, activate. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
He keeps hearing my mom go, Holy Spirit, activate from TikTok, and he goes, I am scared, out the back. In his eyeball. That's silly.
Oh.
Well, what the heck?
The heck?
Try again.
So I'm scared to activate.
I'm scared, activate. Ooh, spooky.
Is that a spooky pumpkin
That's
man?
silly guy.
Pumpkin man!
The pumpkin man has something for you. Check in his hand. What has he got?
Did you say trick or treat?
Trick or treat!
That's it.
What did he give you?
Ah, you ready?
What did he give you, Flynn?
It's candy!
Yes! What? What did he say? Ah! He's here!
Say trick or treat.
Say trick or treat.
Trick or treat!
Ah! What?
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Tortilla time with Colleen. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I feel like I haven't done a bump update in a while. I used to like show you guys my bump every single day, and now I don't. This is the bump tonight. Jonk. How's it looking, guys? The same. I feel like my bump grew a lot every week in the second trimester. I feel like the last month it's kind of just stayed the same size. So I don't know if you guys think that's true, but to me, I think they kind of all look the same. Anyway, you guys asked some great questions in the comments of my video yesterday, and so I thought I would read some of them. Madison Rose said, Tortilla Talk, has Flynn ever been around to feel the twins kicking or feel when they are being active at all? If so, what was his reaction? Did he have a reaction after sneezing? I have bad allergies today because of pregnancy. Pregnancy brings on crazy allergies for me. Like, oh, with Flynn, I would say that was one of my worst symptoms in the third trimester. It was brutal. Anyway, okay, what was the question? Oh, yes, Flynn has felt the baby kick. He loves to rub my tummy, and he's felt the baby kicks, and he actually says, like, they kick in my tummy too, even though he says he doesn't have babies in his tummy. If he feels the baby's butt kick in my tummy, then they kick in his tummy too. And he'll make you put your hand on his tummy, and he'll go like that, like force his tummy up, like, did you feel it? It's really funny. I asked for advice from C-section mamas yesterday because I think I'm probably gonna have a C-section. Everyone wrote in and it made me so happy and it made me feel so much better. I'm really nervous about the C-section. Not that I think there's anything wrong or bad about C-sections, it's just I've never experienced one. It is a major surgery. It's just kind of scary. So even though I just asked, like, should I wear tight clothing at the hospital? Like, do you want a tight clothing if you have a big C-section like wound? Even though people are just answering that question, it was just so nice to read comments comments from people who are like, I'm a C-section mama, because it just made me feel like I can do it. Like all these women have done it. Like I can do it too. So thank you. Even though you guys were just answering a question about that, it made me feel a lot better. This one got a lot of likes. Olivia said, Tortilla Talk, you always talk about your struggles with pregnancy, but never with parenting. Does it come easy for you, or is it just personal of your vlogs? It does not come easy for me. I mean, does parenting come easy for anybody? Parenting's hard. It is personal because I feel like parenting is something you kind of stumble through and you have to figure it out as you go. And that's not something that I want to share all over the internet to be scrutinized, made fun of, told what I'm doing is wrong or whatever, because I think everyone parents differently and it depends on you and how you are as a person, how your children are as people. You have to figure it out as you go. There's no guidebook to Flynn Stocklin. Like I have to figure out his needs and his wants and what works best for him as he grows. And so that means I have to make mistakes, and that's a hard thing to admit as a mom, because you never want to make mistakes and you never want to do anything wrong. So yeah, I think it's more just that it's personal, but parenting's very hard. No, it does not come easy for me. I love being a mom and I think it's just the best thing ever, and I got really lucky with a really cool kid, but it's definitely very hard. But I will say this, the type of parenting that Eric and I gravitate towards is going off of Flynn's cues, and I'd say we're pretty easygoing parents in the sense that like if he decides he wants to play in mud and just starts playing in mud, we're not like, ah, your clothes. We're like, all right, well, I guess we're playing in mud right now. You know, if we're at the grocery store and he's like, I want to make Play-Doh, or I want to make a cake, or I want to make whatever, we're like, all right, I guess we're making a cake tonight. And it's not that we're letting him rule the world and do whatever he wants. It's just that we're like really flexible and we just allow him to be creative and do the things he wants. If he wants to catch bugs for hours, we're like, all right, cool, we're catching bugs. The other day he dumped out, he had his little bug cage and it was like full of like probably 20 or 30 little tiny red bugs and a bunch of spiders. And then he had his big bug cage, and usually Eric takes whatever's in the small one and puts it in the big one. Well, Flynn took it upon himself to dump these little tiny bugs into the big bug cage without our help. So Eric and I are talking, and our peripheral vision, we see that this is happening and we're like, and all of a sudden there's just bugs all over the coffee table and spiders all over the coffee table, and I'm like, oh my god. And Flynn looks at me like, oh no, I could see he was like embarrassed instantly, like he had done something wrong, and he hadn't. He saw that we do this with him all the time. He thought he could do it by himself and it wasn't his fault, meaning like he wasn't trying to dump bugs all over the house. He was trying to put them in the big bug cage. I just tried to stay calm, and Eric just was like, it's all right, I got it, buddy. And Eric's like catching spiders with his bare hands and like all the bugs. He's like, it's okay, buddy, we'll get them all. Then we just kind of laughed, you know? So like, I'd say we're easygoing, like whatever Flynn wants to do, we're like, all right, I guess we're doing this right now. And don't make a big deal of like if his clothes get messy, or if it's raining and he's gonna jump in puddles and get his clothes all wet. Like, all right, like if he really, really wants to make a cake for someone and then it ruins his dinner, like, okay, you know, like we just kind of go with the flow with him and go off his cues and try to learn with him and for him. I don't know, does that make sense? That's the kind of parents we are. I don't know. That was a really long-winded answer. I'm sorry. Did I make any sense? Did I even answer the question? Speaking of this, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of questions like this after my answer I just gave you, so this is a good question to answer. Tortilla Talk question, do you ever teach Flynn that he can't get everything he wants or asks for? No judgment, it just seems like you buy him anything he asks for, which is totally fine. Just wanted to know if you ever teach him that he doesn't always get what he wants. All the time. Flynn's really good at understanding a situation if you just explain it to him. So there have been plenty of times at the toy store or Target or the grocery store or wherever where he says, I really want this. And we say no. He has never had a meltdown yet in a store or like a tantrum or anything like that, because we explain it. If he wants a toy, we don't just go no and like walk away. Right now we are able to, because he's an only child right now, and so we have the time. I don't know what it's gonna be like in the future. I'm sure parents of multiple kids are laughing at me, but we have the time to explain it to him. We have the time to be like, actually, you know what? We already have lots of toys at home, so we don't need that toy. He might ask another question about it, but he doesn't throw a fit, and then we just explain it more and he's like, oh, okay, and he puts it back. You know, if there's something at the store that he wants, it's like he wants more candy or cake or whatever, and we don't want to get it for him, we'll be like, actually no, that's a lot of sugar, and we want to buy food that'll help you grow big and strong, and that's not going to make you grow big and strong. That might give you a tummy ache, so let's find food that'll make you big and strong. What do you think those foods are? And he'll say strawberries. We try to like explain things to him instead of just saying like, no, you can't have it. So no, we don't get him everything he wants. He's pretty good at just like understanding if we just explain to him what the situation is. Does that make sense? Tortilla Talk, does Flynn still have his roaches? If not, did you research if it was safe to release them? Yes, he still has his roaches. They're downstairs, and I can't believe that we have pet cockroaches. But yes, they're in our house because a lot of you told me that it was not safe to release them, so we did not release them. This is an interesting question. Maddie said, tortilla question. Obviously, you and your siblings grew up in a very conservative Christian household. I just assume because of the things you've mentioned. So how do your parents feeling about you celebrating Halloween and maybe not raising Flynn exactly as they raised you? They seem like the sweetest, most supportive people, but sometimes I wonder how/if the difference of opinion affects the dynamic between everyone. I hope this doesn't sound intrusive or judgmental. I'm genuinely curious. I love you, Rockstar. Love you too, Maddie. I've been kind of wanting to talk about this because I feel like I talk a lot about like my parents and how conservative my household was growing up. Like we weren't allowed to celebrate Halloween. I wasn't allowed to date. We weren't allowed to watch most movies. I wasn't allowed to even read Harry Potter. There was like a lot of rules in the house that were conservative. But I hold no resentment towards my parents at all for any of that stuff. I'm not upset about it. I'm not angry about it. I think my parents did a great job raising us, all 4 of us kids. Like they're wonderful parents. I think we're all pretty good kids and siblings. It was just a different way to parent than me. And like I said at the beginning of this tortilla talk, parenting is really hard and you kind of have to figure it out as you go. I think they were figuring it out and that's what they chose to do with us. Luckily, like it didn't affect us in like a super negative way. Like we can look back on it and kind of laugh at that and just be like, oh my God, how funny. I wasn't allowed to trick or treat till I was 12 or 13 and then I was too old to trick or treat and it was like embarrassing. It's like a funny story that I appreciate, that I have this like funny story now. I know that they weren't doing it to be controlling or like evil or ruin my childhood. I know they were doing it because they were just trying to be the best parents that they could and they're trying to protect us and keep us safe. So that's how I feel about it. Like I'm not gonna speak for my siblings, but like that's how I feel about it. My parents are super, super supportive, super sweet, super genuine, wonderful people, and I love them and I'm so grateful for them. And no, they don't feel like annoyed or angry or any negative thing towards me and how I raise Flynn. They're very supportive of me and my parenting and encouraging of however their kids want to parent their children. They just like being grandma and grandpa because all the rules are off when they're with them. Flynn gets a lot more treats when he's with grandma. He gets a lot more toys. He gets a lot more leniency because it's grandma, and that's kind of how it is with grandma and grandpa in our home. They're wonderful people, and I know I talk a lot about like my conservative, weird kind of quirky, different, homeschooled, conservative upbringing, but I never want anyone to misinterpret that as like my parents were crazy or awful or whatever. Like they're wonderful. They were just doing what they felt was best for their children to keep us safe in a scary world. And I think they did a good job and we're all fine. It's all good. I'm glad that question was asked because that's kind of been bothering me lately. I've been thinking about that and I was like, I hope people don't think I think anything negative about my parents or that we have a weird relationship because of it. Like we can all laugh about it now and talk about it openly and they can explain why they did the things they did, and I'm an adult now and can understand, and I'm a parent now so I can understand like just wanting what's best for my children and doing all that I can to give them the best and make sure I'm guiding them in the right direction. Parenting's hard. It's different for everyone. That's what I have to say about that. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow's a big day. I have a shoot tomorrow for most of the day, so I don't even know if I'll vlog. We'll see. You guys will be lucky if you get a vlog on Thursday, but you might not. Good night. Okay, it's time for Holy Spirit activate. Activate. Activate.
Look, I see something.
You see something? What day is it?
27.
Oh, you know, we can open this one because it's 26. Some days there's like 3, some days there's 1. Hello everyone, welcome to the vlog. We're doing advent calendar. What is it, Flynn?
Oh, now we
We don't know what number the envelope is. Wow, what's that?
Slinky Flynn.
A Slinky.
You want to do 27?
We're doing the outbound calendar.
You are? What you got?
Squishy ball?
Squidgy ball.
Another squishy ball?
Another one.
Ooh, these are fun. Another fidget toy. We got 2 pokey squishy ball things, a slinky, and
Fun
this
day.
is really fun. It has buttons on it. Those things are all the rage right
I
now.
know, it's so bizarre.
Isn't that cool? The little buttons on it.
It's a motion control. It controls mommy when you press those buttons, Flynn.
Burp.
Push the hug button. It works.
All right, we just filmed the first part of the nursery redecoration process, and Flynn is very excited and has been very patient all day as I've been filming. I'm leaning against the wall because otherwise I would fall. I'm so tired. This hopefully is the last thing I'm doing until the babies come because I can't do anything else. So Flynn has something very special to show me.
Look.
You can open it now.
There's one on me.
And then watch, if you hold it up,
Oh,
they'll fly away.
my
Watch, at the highest
goodness.
point.
Look at him right there.
Yeah, they'll fly away.
Is that a ladybug?
Keep your hand up and they'll fly away. So hold it
Oh my
up.
gosh.
Hold it up, Flynn, so they'll fly away. Look at your hand.
Crawling all over your hand.
Hand.
Oh my gosh. Look
Now
at
if you
all
hold
the
them up, they'll fly away.
ladybugs.
Hold your hands up high. Hold them up high. They're flying away.
I'm gonna get them off. They're not going.
They will.
They're
They
going,
will.
baby.
Keep your fingers up like this.
There they go.
Look, there's still more on there.
They're flying all off of ya. See, they're going. You just gotta be patient.
See? I told you they are going.
Eric got a bunch of ladybugs for Flynn, and we're letting them go in our garden. Look how happy they are. They're so cute.
Oh, there's one in your shirt.
I will fall away. Whoa.
You don't shake. What you do is you just be patient, and if you hold up your hand, watch them. Just patient. Once they get to the top, see how I'm patient, and he's gonna fly away.
This is so cool.
It was 1,500 came with that.
1,000.
For your garden, they like they eat.
They're for your garden apparently, and they eat things. They're supposed to, I don't know. I don't know the science of ladybugs. Except for the special person who's doing the nursery today told us that ladybugs are actually very poisonous, but they can't like bite us and hurt us. I don't know if that's true. I should look that up. Oh, there's ladybugs who are in love. You know, I love ladybugs, but like this is like a lot. Okay, oh, I think I touched one. I don't like touching bugs is the thing. Look at all these, don't put it on me. So cool. So Eric just brought out a big box and said happy early birthday. My birthday's not for a month.
If I get you a birthday gift early, I'd always give it to
He
you.
always gives me birthday and Christmas presents way early. What's it gonna be, Flynn?
What's it gonna be?
Like you're spending a lot of time in bed lately, and I tried to find like a grown-up version of your blankie.
Oh,
So it's fancy.
oh cool.
It's like
Oh
the
my
fanciest
gosh.
version.
Look at this, Flynn.
What's it?
A beautiful blanket, and it's your favorite color.
It's green on it.
It's not even, I don't know why I said that. It's like gray. It's like a bluish gray. It's so
Yeah, it's
pretty.
supposed to, I think it was called Shore.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Thanks, love. It's so
Love it?
fancy. I love it. Should we get cozy with it?
Yeah.
What do you think? Is that nice and cozy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a grown-up version of like the waffle blanket.
Yeah,
but it was
that's
impossible
awesome.
to find anything with like
the
a.
satiny edge. No, it's perfect. This is so awesome. So I have a baby blanket that I still sleep with, and Flynn has the same baby blanket, and the twins are gonna have the same baby blanket. Flynn, you like your blankie, huh?
Yeah.
What color is your blankie?
Green.
Yeah, green. And mine is pink, right?
Yeah.
They only make them for in that
Babies.
one size. They don't make
No,
them
this
in
is
any
amazing.
other size.
So it has like a satin lining and like a waffly cozy, but this is like awesome. It's so pretty. Thank you, I love it. Hello, beautiful people. I didn't vlog anymore today. I hope you enjoyed this combined vlog from yesterday and today. We did not have time today to edit and upload anything. It was a full day of getting ready for the shoot and then shooting, and then I was not even a human the rest of the night. Thanks for your patience, and I can't wait for you guys to see the nursery. We didn't do anything to the nursery tonight. It looks exactly the same. We just filmed like the intro to the video and talked about what we're going to do, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks is when all of the nursery stuff is gonna happen. Guess what? I think I want to start decorating for Christmas, like tomorrow. Eric and I have a deal. I'm supposed to wait till November 1st. I'm trying my hardest, and that is currently the plan, but I'm having a very hard time because I was waiting for this shoot to happen, and now I'm like, well, the shoot's over. I have nothing else this week that has to be filmed here, so technically it could be Christmassy, but I doubt I'll be allowed to do that. I really want to decorate for Christmas. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'm gonna go to bed. I don't want to do anything ever again until these babies come. The boy has hiccups, but he has hiccups so low it feels like there are hiccups inside of my lady beds, and it's so weird. It just feels like he's just going like. I'm like, dude, stop tapping that area. Anyway, love you guys. Good night.
You can relax. Colleen and Eric have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.